Hi, welcome to Forex In Four. I'm Mike Conlon for FXEDU, and in the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you the highlights of where the action is in today's Forex market. So let's get started.
Good morning. Today is Monday, June 6, 2011. This morning I'm talking about now what? And if you think about the jobs report we got on Friday, just a dismal number that came out. One of the takeaways from this is that while the market sold off on Friday, you can see that they clearly rebounded. All right, as the market believes that the Fed is going to continue with accommodative stimulus measures. Now, that's not to say that they're going to embark on QE3 per se. All right, but perhaps the continuation of QE2 and other things, mean that that there could still be some gains to be seen in both the commodities and the stock markets. So it's really questionable what's going on, but the bottom line is this, is that we know that there's slowing growth around the globe. All right, we know that countries need to tackle these debt problems, whether it's what's going on with the Euro debt crisis, or the U.S., or Japan, or any of these other debt-laden nations. All right, and we're going to go into a global slowdown, and the question is, what does the Fed do to help massage this as it goes forward? So this week we don't have a lot of news out of the U.S. as far as economic data is concerned, which is probably a good thing. All right, but what we are going to get is we're going to get a lot of Fed speak going on. And Fed speak, again, for those of you who follow the blog, are when these Fed governors and board members get out and they start talking about policy, and one guy says one thing, the other guy says the other thing, and at the end of the day, it's really a mishmash intended to keep you on your toes and not really telegraph what they're going to do. Because at the end of the day, I don't think they know what they want to do. All right, just earlier this morning, Plosser's out. He's what we would call a Fed hawk. All right, but he hasn't really done anything about it. He's in Finland saying, yeah, you could see rates up by the end of the year, which, sure, anything can happen, but will it? That's the ultimate question. So, what we're seeing is that, we still have a lot of dollar weakness in the marketplace, and what we're looking at here is we're looking at the Aussie on the 30-minute chart, and you can just see. All right, last week. All right, here was the rebound after the non-farm payrolls report. Okay, boom, Aussie took off, and looks like we've got just a little bit of resistance up here at about 107.60 area. Now, they're going to come out with the Australian RBA rate decision tomorrow. So they're expected to leave rates unchanged at 4.75%. All right, but don't forget that they also issue an accompanying statement. So it's possible that they may get some hawkish comments depending upon where they see inflation. So there's a good chance that rate differentials are going to drive this market for a little while. And we also see that with the Kiwi as well. You can look at the Kiwi here. All right, and you can just see that we're just showing a little bit of resistance under 82 cents right now. All right, that was formerly a little bit of support. We sold off here. Now we're underneath there. Now in New Zealand, they're going to have their rate policy decision. I believe it's going to be on Thursday. Let me double check that as we're going along here. Rate policy decision in New Zealand is on, oh boy, where is it? It's on Wednesday, so Wednesday afternoon here, and they're expected to maintain at 2.5%. All right, we're also going to get the rate policy decision out of the EU. Now you can see, okay, Euro's been pushing higher. Looks like we busted through that resistance at 145. That could act as temporary support. We had PPI data come in this morning for the Eurozone. Came in just a little bit higher than expected, 6.7% year over year versus an expected 6.6%. So just coming in a little bit higher, which is to be expected because right now, the Eurozone, they are experiencing this inflation, and under normal circumstances, they would probably be raising rates, except for the problem that they've got with the Euro debt crisis. But they're hoping that this whole Greece deal is going to be wrapped up by the end of the month, and that the market's going to accept the terms and what they've done, and that this isn't going to create contagion in the Eurozone, and it's going to be seen as a good thing and not a bad thing. So we're going to have to see how that plays out, but there's still a lot of risk coming from the Eurozone. Now, tomorrow we're going to get Eurozone retail sales figures. All right, and that's going to give us an idea of how the Eurozone economy is performing overall and in general. Okay, let's take a quick peek at the pound here. All right, pound is pulling back. Now, they've got their rate decision this week. Okay, the rate policy decision in the UK is going to be coming out on Thursday, and they're expected to, this is expected to be a non-event, okay? They're not expected to change policy as far as the rate decision or their asset purchase program. All right, but don't forget that the Bank of England doesn't issue a statement with the decision. All right, that comes out in the minutes, which come out in about 2 weeks from now. So we've got on Thursday we've got the euro rate decision as well. I don't even know if I just mentioned that. Apologies. Euro rate decision where they're not expected to change rates at this point, but who knows what's going on with policy there. And then we've got the Bank of England rate decision where they're definitely not expected to do anything differently. All right, lastly, we're looking at dollar yen here. Okay, and you can see that dollar's been weakening significantly against yen. We're sitting just above 80 right here, 80 cents. Now they've got GDP figures which are due out on Wednesday. Obviously, it's going to be lower because of the impact of the natural disaster and the tsunami. All right, so that comes out on Wednesday. They're expected to see a little bit of negative GDP. All right, and then lastly, Canada. Let's not forget Canada. Okay, you can see that the dollar's been actually moving up a little bit higher against the loonie. Okay, even with oil back to around $99, pulling back a little bit. They've got the employment figures coming out on Friday for Canada, so they're expecting to add 20,000 jobs and for the employment rate to stay around 7.6%. So a lot of data going on from various parts around the globe. All right, just not here in the U.S. So we're going to get these Fed guys talking. So it's interesting to see what will happen this week. Whether it'll be a more of a quiet, tame week, okay, with no real data coming out of the U.S. here, or if you're going to get individual drivers at various regions. So keep an eye on the news this week to watch what's happening. It could cause minor fundamental shifts and rate expectations in various other countries, but no real news here for the U.S. this week until we get some of this Fed talk going. So that's what I've got for this morning. Good trading to all.
As always, be sure to check out the written blog at www.fxedu.com to get complete coverage of today's Forex market. If you would like to learn more about how to trade the Forex market from professionals like myself, be sure to check out our affordable Forex trading courses. And if you're already a seasoned professional or aspire to be one, ask us how we can help you achieve your Forex goals. Go to www.fxedu.com to get started today.